All right, so we're going to make a quick video in response to a YouTube comment that was left. Now, this video wasn't posted here. It's on the F10 that we're building an engine for, the M5, the S63. I was called out and I was wrong. See, guys, I'm willing to admit when I do make mistakes. I had stated in that video, hey, because this is Alusil, we're going to have to reapply the coating, which you can't do. Well, you can do, but it's not easy to do. So, easiest way to do is just sleeve it and throw in oversized pistons or even stock bore pistons. But here's the problem. He was right. I was wrong in what I said. Alusil is not a coating, guys. Alusil is what this entire block, which, by the way, this is an S65, all right? But it's also Alusil like an S63. This entire block is comprised of Alusil, and there's a special etching process that brings those aluminum silicone crystals to your actual walls. But here is the issue, all right? This gentleman went on to say, hey, Sunin, which is a company that makes hardware and equipment, with Sunin, you're able to actually go oversize and retain Alusil. Yes, but that's not always the right way to do it. So even though technically he's not wrong, here's why you don't want to do that with an S65 or an S63, all right? Presumably you're trying to make more power, and in making more power, we're going to have more heat. Now, if you're to go to a 92.5, because stock bore is 92 on this S65, and we're to go to a 92.5 and we're going to retain Alusil, you will never be able to match the properties between Alusil and an iron sleeve. One is way stronger than the other, and a story for a different video, thermal expansion. You will never be able to match a thermal expansion of Alusil, which is what comes from the factory, to iron, all right? So you drop in iron sleeves, you can run stock bore pistons, oversized pistons, but one is way better than the other. Both ways you look at it, financially speaking and operationally speaking, it doesn't make sense to bore this out to a 92.5, retain the Alusil, and then, no. You want to use iron sleeves, stock bore, oversized, depending on your spec. But remember, you can never compare, specifically speaking, thermal expansion properties between iron and aluminum. One is weaker than the other. And I hope after watching this video, you know which one is stronger. So again, I was wrong, willing to admit that, but doesn't make sense, guys. Money-wise, logistics-wise, operationally speaking, there's no point unless you're trying to just get a car back on the road for stock purposes and you can get away with a quick hone, then yes, I would advise send to a machine shop who can actually utilize a quick hone with Alusil and just drop in, stock pistons. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to make big power, sleeves and call it a day.